Welcome back to another episode of Huddle Up. We're here at the Louvre for Proof of Talk, and today with us we have Merita from CashXChain. Merita, first of all, thank you so much for allocating the time to join us today and have this discussion. It's very refreshing for us to have you here with us today because not only are one of the youngest founding members, one of the youngest people that we've met in crypto, in Web3, but also because you're Albanian. You're the first Albanian guest that we've had in the podcast, and given that we're Albanian as well, I think we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, it's for me a big pleasure, to meet you guys and also see the first Albanians in this conference, because usually I don't meet a lot of Albanians in conferences, but for me it's a big pleasure and to have this conversation with you guys. So right now I think I just represent myself. I am the founding member of finance in CashXChain. So we are a payment provider and we deal with B2B businesses and for providing payments for them, basically. And we work with in the back end with blockchain and crypto because it's more efficient for us.
Yeah.
And we work on chain and we also do it multi-chain. So right now we are on stablecoin because stablecoin is right now the safest currency. Not the safest, but the one that is most stable. Because if we have customers, we want to secure them safe payments.
Yeah.
And if they, transact their money to another country, that amount of money, that volume should stay stable.
Yeah.
And in crypto, we know that the currencies can go up and down. So we really have to choose a currency that is really stable. So that's why we're staying on stable coins. And by that, it's also built on blockchain of Solana.
Okay.
So right now, we're looking up to, you're meeting people and meeting all other fintechs and maybe cooperating with them, or also crypto providers. Because if you are in the payment or in the finance sector, you know that you have to be licensed. And so right now the licensing can be very expensive for us. So we try to talk to other people and make a partnership. And because if we have the licensing, then we can definitely launch. And it's possible for us to take customers in, and they can use our infrastructure to make transactions all over the world.
So like crypto is getting used by real world businesses a lot right now, specifically because of stablecoins and, as you said, payments, because they're easier to make and cheaper. But like, who came up with the idea? Like, how did you come up with the idea to integrate crypto in this really crucial part of B2B?
Absolutely. So this is a very, very good idea. So my friend Valentin, who also founded this, he was like, okay, I have this problem and we're young and we can solve this. I know that we can solve this because we have AI right now.
Yeah.
And so basically all information is free. So we said, why don't we actually do something? Because in future we can profit from that a lot. So in the beginning we said, okay, so his father, has his drones, he's selling drones all over the world. And he had, his supplier was, I think, from China or something. So he was, so his stuff was getting shipped from China to Germany. And the problem was the payment process. It was very crucial. So everything was very slow and very manual. And he said that his products came too late because of payment. And sometimes there was days of delays through the payment. And also the fees were way too high. That's the problem. That was the main problem. And because if you use banks or like Western Union, the fees are just way too high. It's not very beneficial. And also the time. And so he said, I came up with a project that is actually very, very new, because this infrastructure doesn't really exist right now. So he said, we make a payment app or infrastructure that works with crypto and with blockchain, because blockchain is very safe. And we can secure our clients with something safe. So we said we combine these two and make this a payment provider. And that's basically how this idea all started. It started all a year ago. Right now we are still in the developing process because it takes a lot of the time right now. And we're talking to different people, and thankfully we had our first fundraise from an investor, so we are possible to make something more if it's more expensive. But yes, for right now we're just hoping to get in touch with a lot of clients, with a lot of people that can partnership in. And hopefully this in a few weeks will launch, and then we can definitely be approachable by all on the Murillo.
Well, congrats on the raise, first of all.
Yes, thank you very much.
While doing the due diligence for this episode, I saw like some articles from German media saying how some teens are founding a company that is a competitor to PayPal.
Yes.
And obviously, being in the space for quite as long as we have been, we have heard that story before. There's a lot of companies that have come up and saying we will outdo PayPal or maybe PayPal, but with the more benefits and stuff. So what I want to ask is, what makes you guys different? What makes you unique? Like, what's the selling point that makes not just the businesses but also retail come at you and not use your competitors, for example?
Well, first of all, because we secure them with real security with that. So basically, if something bad happens, we take the part.
Yeah.
No, we take the part and we secure them with real beneficial points. Like, as I said, with real time. So if I'm sending money to you, it comes in real time.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It won't be any delay or something like that. And it's specifically for B2B businesses.
Yeah.
So we specifically work in the B2B segment, which is also something different. So because later on, we want to add on also B2C and also direct to customers, of course. So normal customers can also transact their money. But right now, we want to make it as beneficial as possible for B2B business to send their money to other people. So that's why we're also talking to different people, see where their pain points are, because we can't just decide where the pain points are. We have to talk to them directly and say, okay, what is actually your problem? So we had this conversation with somebody from Kenya, for example, and he was German, and he was sending, I think he was buying something from Kenya, and he said that these banks were just too slow. And so we directly connected ourselves to him, and we're trying to solve this problem now. To talk to as many people as possible, and we're very flexible.
Yeah.
So if you're, as an individual, if you are having the individual business, if you're having a problem right now, we can be flexible to you. We can make something. We listen to you. We talk to you, because PayPal is something very big, and they have like a standard, and it's like for everybody. They don't change anything for you.
Yeah.
So right now we're really small, and we listen to everybody, and we just take notes.
Yeah, and that's quite good to hear, because, as you said, it's not a one size fits all. Everyone has different needs. Everyone needs has different specifications and stuff. So it makes sense. But eventually, I mean, you will scale and you will have millions of users. Will you be able to tailor to all of those businesses and all of those retailers as well individually as you do right now? Or will you maybe pivot into maybe having different, for example, branches of people or groups of people that fit to a particular area with particular needs? Like, how would you navigate that?
So right now we were like, that's also what our mentor suggested us to do. We have to move slowly.
Yeah.
We're not going to launch and say, okay, we're available for everybody, because it will become a chaos.
Yes.
It will become a definite chaos, and it's way too dangerous, because it can blame or it can damage our reputation if we do that. So right now we said we only move towards B2B.
Yeah.
And first of all, because B2B is a large segment.
It is.
We can't underestimate that. It's a very large segment, so we have to be very slowly and reach them and launch them and be very approachable to them. And then if we have success in that, we can continue on to B2C. And then further and further and further. But I think that will take years, because first of all, reaching the B2B business is not easy. It's not easy, because if they already had something that they are paying with, they just won't change, because most of them are like a bit lazy on that, I would say. They don't see the benefits. They don't want to hear it even, and we just have to approach them. And our idea was also not just to approach them, but also like to get people towards us, so that they can come to us. But for that, I think we have to work in the marketing and the sales segment. We have to work more right now. So basically, make our name something bigger. As I said, we were in different newspapers, also in Canada and also in Germany and in other countries. So I think a lot of people have heard of us, that young teens can do something in such a big finance sector, because the finance sector is like over billions and trillions of dollars. So payments are everywhere, and we're a young team, that just got into this part, and it's very, very I would say very scary for us, but
It's all part of the journey.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I think it got something good, actually, because it was beneficial for us, because a lot of people now see it as a very interesting experience for us, because we're so young.
Yeah.
And so that's why our age wasn't actually as bad as I thought, because I thought that due to our age, people would think, okay, they're not trustable. I won't trust them with my money. No, because actually so many people approached us, also investors approached us and said, you guys are so young. I think something will be very beneficial for us if I invest to you guys.
Yeah.
And so Yes, our age was actually a big house.
Welcome to crypto.
Yeah,
It's a different world.
It's a young
Yeah,
man's game and
absolutely.
women's game.
Women's game, yes.
Yes. No, but actually you're right because the crypto or finance sector is absolutely manly dominated.
Yeah.
But I hope so that I meet a lot of women that are also in this space and working in the space, and I'm already open. I'm always open to anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's like this trend going around on Twitter, crypto Twitter. Like everyone says, we need more women in Web3,
Yes.
and that's because even me, I recognize how women do make this space better.
Yes.
So, as you said, like for B2B, like people, like the businessmen and the businesses and the companies being too stubborn in terms of changing their ways,
Yes.
I think that's the biggest problem when it comes to crypto going mainstream.
Yes.
And but yeah, I mean, since you guys already got the funding and you're moving towards the direction of B2B, I believe you're gonna achieve that quite soon.
Yes.
But what's like the next step for you guys? Let's say after you leave Paris and go back to working.
So what our plan was for our side meets people that we can partnership with. So for example, with crypto providers, because as I said, licensing is very expensive. It can go up to 500K, and right now we can just give all the investors money towards that.
Yeah.
So we said we make it more efficient. I mean, for in long term, we definitely want to have an own license because it is a status symbol.
Yeah.
It is a safety symbol. If somebody knows, okay, you have a licensing, they can definitely trust you more.
Yeah,
But we can also work very fine with crypto providers who can also give us that licensing. And for right now, for short-term vision, we think of that. So we're talking to different people where we can partnership with. Also on the technical side, if we see potential in people that are very good CTOs and manage this whole crypto and blockchain thing very good, we can also definitely partnership with that, because it is very I don't know, a very scary part because you're moving money towards from this place to the other place, and we really have to be very careful, because if a volume of 1 million, if we have to move that to another country, we have to secure 100%. We can't do anything bad, because then we are in debt.
Yes.
Then we have to secure that 1 million. Where does it come from?
Yeah.
If we don't have enough revenue, if we don't have enough cash flow and everything else, how are you gonna do that, especially as beginners? So big volumes are actually they are beneficial in some points because we have more revenue, but it's also very scary because we have to be very, very careful. So that's why right now we are reaching towards people who really secure the security.
Yeah.
And talk about different things, and also from the technical side, from that we are very proud of. We have a lot of patents that we have for our technology. So it's a very individual technology that we're having, and that's also something that our investors were really proud of, because they said, okay, if you guys have patents, you actually founded something new, because our technology is basically, we took many different things and combined them together.
Okay.
It's not something, okay, I created AI, for example. It's not like that. No, we combined many different things from that already existed, but we did something together, and it's like a whole bowl of many mysterious things.
It's a salad of technology.
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah. So we said crypto is a young people's game, and believe me when I say, like, we're tired of meeting all of these ex-TradFi guys who've been working at Wall Street for decades and stuff, and now pivoted into crypto because they feel like they could extract more from their users.
After they turn 50.
Yes, but believe me when I say this, that your answers feel like you're PR trained a lot, much more than all of these 40-year-old people that we meet, because you've already answered something that I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask, like, how are you navigating compliance and stuff? So
Yes.
kudos for that. Well, yeah.
For right now, I'm also me and my team. We were for over a year in the finance sector, and we still are.
Yeah.
So, and I came up with this idea that we are actually also doing compliance, because compliance is also a very crucial part that is nowadays very slow. And I thought about it that we have to change something up, and because every fintech needs compliance, right?
Yeah.
So fintechs, PSPs, and everybody else, everywhere where compliance lies, everybody needs it. But somehow it's not very beneficial for most of that, because it's not new. It's still in the old, like in the old times.
Yeah.
And it takes weeks. For example, I had this experience. I actually modded a car last time in the blockchain week in Paris.
Yeah.
And my friend Valentin, he kicked the con, and he was like, okay, till the investors' money got to the bank account, I can assure you, let's push. And then problem was, we wanted to open a bank account in America, in Delaware. it was not possible because they were too slow. The compliance was way too bad. And then I was like, I found it so sad that I couldn't go to this blockchain week. So I was like, I'm going to make a solution for that. I'm going to found a company that works specifically for compliance for KYB and KYC.
Yeah.
And just make this more flowable, like because the market can't stop. Also as I said, from CashXChain, we just want the market to not stop. We just want to flow like water.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if payments are not provided beneficially, then it can pull. And also on the compliance side. And so right now we are really looking forward to making a software that helps compliance officers take faster decisions and be more aware of whether they're deciding or not. So an AI that works specifically for that. And also what we're doing right now is combine it with open data sources. So for example, we had open data like Glaive and Nord data, for example. They have free information about businesses and they give it freely. So that's why we connected to them. We are trying to get the APIs connected to our software system. And so our AI doesn't just really work as an AI, but it also works with real data that has been made by real resources. And it's so that we can take more reliable decisions, as AI. So for example, we have, I don't know, I give the UBO name, the business owner, everything, the documents that have to be in. There's a onboarding and monitoring, and it gets, for example, it can get sanctioned if there's a country like Iran, for example, if they're dealing, I don't know, not very trustworthy. So the AI warned you. And said, no, this is not really reliable. You should stop that, and it goes like away, straight away.
It's all about making data-driven decisions, right?
Yes.
And speaking of data and data-driven decisions, well, I don't know how familiar you are with the current framework and regulation of crypto in Kosovo, but there's not a lot of hard data to look at. And so we recently published a report on crypto usage and adoption in Kosovo, and we tried to basically map everything that's out there. And there's not a lot of things to look at, but sometimes the lack of data tells you a lot more,
Yes. I think in Kosovo there's like a need of everything. Like there is everything from the crypto side. I think our country is like still very young, so there's like, as you said, there's a lack of everything. So you kind of need. There's not enough data. So Kosovo is a country that wasn't really on our focus, even though I am Albanian and I'm very proud of that. But it wasn't really on our focus because we had to focus on countries that are like on very often sanctioned, like Iran or Russia or I don't know, other countries. So because not a lot of things come from Kosovo or get into Kosovo. It's not really something important.
But this brings me to my next point, because while there's not a lot of data, there is a common theme, not just with Kosovo, but with all emerging countries, that they are heavily reliant on remittances. And I'm pretty sure, maybe it's wrong of me to assume, but you and your family have probably sent money back home, right? And there's not a lot of rails to do that at the moment. So integrating crypto here and stablecoin remittances would be life-changing for a lot of families, because they go through Western Union and all of these third parties that not just cost a lot more in terms of fees, but also take some time to deliver.
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, Kosovo, I think when we move towards from B2B to BTC, I think our first really test case will be Kosovo, because I am Albanian and my team they're very flexible. They don't really care as long as it works. We are very flexible. But I think Kosovo will be very reachable, because everything if I say to them, okay, I understand for you guys, because you are facing this problem every day. You're sending money towards your homeland, and where you are paying fees and that, you don't want that. I think they will be definitely with me, and they will do that, and they will try it out. So I plan to make an announcement in Kosovo with my team, and announce it there, and also to the people who live in diaspora, and to say to them, okay, now you have to use CashXChain because it's more beneficial for you guys. A lot of people use Western Union. I really don't get it why they use it. But the problem is Western Union is very friendly to immigrants, as I would say. They're like okay,
Because they
give
take
it
the
to
money.
me. Yes,
They take your money.
and that's it.
Exactly.
It's like it can get easier.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, that's the exact thing that we are also trying, because people, when they hear the word crypto, they're like, oh no.
Exactly. Especially
They're-
Albanians.
Especially Albanians, they're like,
We're
no.
calling it emerging tech now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Emerging
They're
tech.
like, also my mom, when she heard the first of the sentence, she was like, no, go get a doctor or something. You know? Don't be like that. But I said no, because you just have to. Crypto's not that complicated. you know?
Exactly.
But people don't trust it. But I know why they don't trust it,
Yeah.
because it's very. You have to know something about.
Very
crypto.
educated with crypto to not get scammed, to
Yes.
not get,
Yes,
Yeah.
basically that. So that's why we secured. So we actually want to make it as easy as Western Union. For example, you just go there and give your money and that's it. So when you use our infrastructure, it's like there's your username and then the username from somebody or
Yeah.
a business that you want to send your money to. You just get it in, your amount of money, and that's it. You have your wallet, and that's it.
And they don't even realize it happening
It
on
doesn't
chain.
matter, yes,
Yeah.
because it's all in the back end. You know, the front end is made so easy, because that's what we tried. A lot of businesses, of course, could do it themselves. They could trade
Yeah.
money off themselves. Why not? But the problem is they don't trust the crypto
Yeah.
because they don't have the knowledge, and that's why we're taking this hard part, and we're doing it for them. And yes, basically, I hope our first test case will be in Kosovo, and I think it will be something.
Perfect. And if you choose to have Kosovo as your first task case, we're gonna have us there
Yeah,
helping you with
we'll
everything.
Absolutely.
Amplify and help in any way we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because this is something that we care about a lot.
Exactly.
And we do think that
And the market is there. There's like 1.3
Yeah,
billion dollars,
exactly.
euros actually, in
Yeah.
remittances yearly in Kosovo.
Absolutely.
so
I think first test case, Kosovo.
Perfect.
well thank you so much Merita for joining us
Thank
today.
you for you guys, and thank you for coming here. I'm really proud of you guys that you actually made it here, and you're not the first Albanians that I met. But
Yeah.
I'm so proud to. So I said I have to meet you guys. I have to talk to you.
Perfect.
Yeah, and likewise, I mean it's
Thank you very
thank you
much.
so much.
very
Thank you.